Good morning everybody, DC here. It's the 31st of the 7th, 23. Under the heading pressure mediation, and that's pressure mediation of the magnetic, pressure mediation of the dielectric. I've made a bit of a discovery and I want to share that with you. Okay, what have we got on the board here? We've got a sketch here. That's supposed to be the Earth, and that's the North Pole and the South Pole. And what's going on is in relation to the Earth is pressure mediation. So how do we look at pressure mediation? What I will say first of all is I regard the universe as an electric universe. So what we've got with the Earth is a giant capacitor. So if you can get your head around that one, that's a good starting point. So at the Earth's surface, we'll take it for the moment for zero potential. And as you go up into the Earth's atmosphere or up into the sky, Tesla found out that if he suspended a plate, a steel plate, an insulated steel plate off the ground and connected a wire down, and then it measured the potential between ground and a steel plate, an insulated steel plate, there was a vast amount of potential difference. So it's like voltage difference. And what I'm suggesting today under the heading, as I say, pressure mediation, is the higher the voltage, the higher the pressure. So as you go higher into the sky, away from Earth, the surface of the Earth, you've got high pressure. So wherever you've got high pressure and low pressure, pressure potential difference, you've certainly got capital to expand on that and draw energy from that. So the Earth as a capacitor, if you like, it's pressurized. It's pressurized from the sun, which is an electrical sun, it's an electrical universe. It all works together. I've still got a lot of studying to do on all this, so bear with. So pressure equals voltage, voltage equals pressure. And I think we all know that voltage drives amps. So we've got a lead into the project that I'm doing. Let's get back to the project. It's AutoGen. So what we've got here is a section here through AutoGen. For those of you not quite familiar with it, we'll just go and have a look at AutoGen. But before we go and have a look at that, what I'm suggesting that's happening around my project is we've got an ether field drop. But what we've got is an ether field expansion and an ether field contraction. So we've got voltage or pressure difference. So just to have a look at the setup, we've got a battery here, which is 24 volt battery. We've got an ordinary light switch. We've got a modulator here. This isn't ideal, but it's just it's a modulator. It's a 12 volt 24 modulator, and then from the modulator we can vary the duty cycle, which gives us a variable frequency. But there is a standard frequency on this, which I haven't got to hand at the moment, but I will find out what the standard frequency is, and then obviously the duty cycle alters that frequency. We've got a car coil, so the pulse comes from here to the coil, and then it's flashed along, the frequency is flashed, pulses are flashed along this tube. And then here we've got scaffold tubes, which are steel scaffold tubes wrapped with this blue wire, which is 1.5 single strand copper wire. What I've done here at the moment, we've got 1, 2, 3 of these scaffold tubes connected together here, 1, 2, 3 scaffold tubes connected there. And how it's wired at the moment, it's wired from the battery, 3 positive and 3 negative. If we come to the other end, what we've got here is 3 negative and 3 positive wires from these tubes. So when the tube is flashed, it energizes all these coils, and whatever potential's in here, in theory, the idea is that that gets flashed along and pressurizes these 2 points. I haven't got there yet, but I'm getting my head round it now. So, for all of those that are following the channel, this little beauty here is the another attempt at flashing. It's stuck. I've got a magnet here. Come on, right. It's flashing the center of the magnet with 20 foot. There's about 25,000 volts from the car coil, 30,000 volts at the center of the blotch wall, and that's just another little project that's ongoing with this one, involving coils again. So we've got coils going there, right? So let's just, what can I do now? What I'll do is I'll energize it, and then we'll have a look at what's going on. Right, so let's we'll switch this on, I think, hopefully. Okay, just to show you that it is energized. You can see the tube is lit. Okay, so the pulse is live here. Now we're going to have a look at the, yeah, I hope you can see that, just under 24 volts here, and positive there. So that's positive, negative, 24 volts. Those 2 points connect back to this battery here. But also we've got off that battery, we're pulsing this as well through this, which you've seen is live. Now then, what I want you to note, there's a field that comes off here, and the field, dielectric, and it will be dielectric and magnetic. And what happens is very interesting. What I found out, I'm going to switch off the power here, and then I want you to watch the drop on this. It'll drop in voltage, obviously, because there's no power there, but there's a residual potential that drops slowly. And let's just have a go at that. I'm going to switch it off. You'll hear it switch off. Right, I'm going to switch off now. Now if you notice, it's still dropping. 1.7, 1.6, 1.5, 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, 1.1, and it's still dropping, and then eventually 1 volt. So this will continue now to drop and drop and drop and drop and drop until it reaches ground zero, if you like. But that tells me something. That tells me what's going on here. So I believe all I need to do now is connect a capacitor here, and we can be able to capture some of this extra power. That's as far as I've got. That's it for now, folks. I'll just come back to this. You can see it's still dropping. It takes quite a while to settle down, and that'll continue to drop to near zero. So it's a little bit like we've pumped up a balloon out here, right? And that balloon is now collapsing. But if we were to switch it on again, whoa, it comes back out, and then we switch it off, and it collapses and collapses, and it's still collapsing now if you look. So that's my learning curve for the moment. I hope you enjoy the video. So just to go back here, we've got the end view of the scaffold tubes, the fluorescent tube in the middle, and we've had a compression, and that's pushed it out, pushed the ether out, and now it's collapsing back in around the device. So I guess a lot of stuff revolves around this pressure mediation. And to be honest, even how batteries charge up, I think it's pressure mediation. You pump a battery up, and then it just loses its pressure. They say that there's a reaction, a reaction within a battery, but I think it's more of a pressure mediation that's going on there. So I've got more studying to do on how batteries work. But Tesla, Nikola Tesla, on one of his drawings, it actually shows a pump pumping the earth up with pressure, and it's very, very interesting. So pressure mediation, pressure, voltage. Voltage is pressure, and as we all know, voltage drives amps. So I hope you like this journey. This is DC signing out for now.